Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Lisa here with a week ahead reading, this time for our beautiful Capricorns. Hey Cappers, how you doing? Hope you're having a great day so far. Let's jump in and see what does Spirit want you to know for the next 7 days. Okay, we have the Knave of Cups. We have the Knight of Wands. The Six of Pentacles. The Moon. Four of Swords. Eight of Swords. The Judgment. And the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so it's a little bit up and down in the energy field this week, guys, not going to lie. I don't think it's necessarily particularly negative. I just think that not everything's what it appears to be at the moment. I definitely see some breakthrough energy at work, but I also see that there is some sort of rest that needs to be taken this week. You're feeling very caught up in your head, going around in circles, not really finding the answer to what it is that you're worried about. And I think that this week is a week to remember that you do have the moon, so it means that not everything is what it appears to be. There is some sort of deception surrounding this particular inquiry, meaning it doesn't necessarily have to be done with ill intent. So don't think that I'm saying that someone's lying to you. What I'm saying is that sometimes things can appear one way and then turn out another way. And I think that that's the energy that I'm getting here. I feel like in the middle of the week, there could be some sort of disappointment that leads to a new way of thinking and a movement forward. There will be work involved though. So what I mean by that is that I definitely feel like for those of you who are working this week, there could be some sort of extra load put on you. Something where someone is making out that you need to do extra work for some reason. So what I would say to you is that you are going to be recognized for the work that you're doing. People are going to see and hear about what you're doing at work and actually be really impressed by you. So it could be leading to a really great outcome if it is a work situation. However, there is a need for rest and not overdoing it because there's more to come out over the next few weeks about more work that needs to be done. So try not to overwork yourself this week, guys. I also feel like for those of you who are looking for love this week, there could be a love offer coming in with the Knave of Cups here. He usually represents someone coming in and offering you something emotional, which is really nice. For those of you who are already in a relationship, I would say that this week is one of those weeks where you need to take it easy with each other. I think that there could be something that your partner isn't necessarily talking about, particularly with their work. I feel like it's particularly with your partner's work this week. There could be a feeling of needing to take a break and a rest. I think they're feeling overwhelmed and don't know how to talk to you about it, which is why I think they're keeping it hidden. So if you do have a partner that does work hard, I would recommend this week is a week where you need to support them a little bit more than usual in taking a break and making sure that they're resting up when they need to. I do see you guys moving forward passionately this week with a new project. I definitely think that, and when I say project, it could be anything. It could be a hobby. It could be an actual project at work. It could be a kid's school project. It could be anything that you're doing that's a new thing that's bringing in passion into your life. So it could also be a new favorite thing that you've got to do. Whatever it is, I think that this week is one of those weeks where something new is coming into the field that's very passionate and good. And I think that because you do have the Knave of Cups with the Knight of Wands, that's about moving forward passionately. It could also be a passionate lover coming into your field. So that is also a possibility. Whoever is coming in with a love offer is definitely very passionate about you, very, let's say, interested in a sexual manner. Also this week, I do feel like there is some sort of judgment that you're making about, I want to say, your life in general. Like maybe you're looking at your life and going, I just don't feel like something's working. There's something more here that needs to shift and change in order for me to feel like I've really made it. And I really feel like whatever that shift and change is, it's really needed right now. It's a realization that there's some sort of shift and change that needs to happen in the long-term overall field of your work or your just the general direction that you're heading in life needs a little bit of tweaking this week, I would say. So the week starts out strong. You've got a lot of good, positive energy coming through. If you are going into a love relationship, I would say that it would be at the beginning of the week that someone comes forward, if they're going to come forward. I definitely think they're going to reveal their emotions to you in a way that's really significant. And I feel like there's also this energy of knowingness. And what I mean when I say knowingness, is that there could be an energy of, I know that this person likes me, but they've never actually said something. This week, it's a revelation of that knowingness. It's like, yes, they do like me because now they've finally told me. That's the energy I'm getting. Okay, let's see what else is coming in for you guys this week. If I can get the cards out of the box. Okay, other messages, please, Spirit, for Capricorns. Other messages for Capricorns. King of the Darkwood Elves, authority, credibility, and status. I think this week there will be a need for you to call on your status, call on your credibility, to let people know that you are an authority in your own life and in the things that you're doing at work. I really feel good about where you're going at work, and I really feel good about where you're going just generally in your life overall. If it's not to do with work, then I would say that you need to call on your inner strength to allow your credibility to show through in relationship this week. I think that there's some sort of need for assertiveness in your communication with your partner, or assertiveness in communication when responding to offers that are coming your way. Blood month. Sacrifice, offerings, and decisions. I think that, as I was saying before, there's some sort of unveiling this week happening, and if it is at work, I think that there's some sort of sacrifice that needs to be made in order to achieve a long-term financial goal. And if that is the case, then I would say to you that you need to take a break, take a rest, and absorb the disappointment that comes with that sacrifice and with that offering that you've just made in order to gain the outcome that you're headed towards. If it's not to do with a work situation and it is a relationship situation, I would say that there is some sort of sacrifice that needs to be made in the relationship in order for it to work. And if that is the case, I think it's something that you can live with. You obviously wouldn't be doing it without considering it carefully. And I think that it's not a deal breaker. Otherwise, you wouldn't make the sacrifice. Obviously, the person means more to you than the thing. The Mabon, shining hope and future. It's in our darkest of dark places that the hope for the future actually arises. And so I think that the Mabon is here to let you know that even though there is a sacrifice, it's what you want in the long run that actually really matters to you. So if you are making a sacrifice this week, whether it's work, whether it's a relationship, or just in general with life, giving up one thing for another thing, I would say to you that it's worth it, because it's in that dark space where you've just lost that thing that you see the brightest light, and meaning that that's the direction that you need to head in. So I think that that is going to be very beneficial long-term and overall for you. Okay, final messages, please, Spirit. What else for our beautiful Capricorns this week, please, Spirit? Oop, that one wanted to come out. The Universal Christ. The fact that these two have come out together is amazing, because the Universal Christ is again about that shining hope that happens in the darkest of dark spaces. It's in our loneliest times that we turn to God and ask God, where are you? And why am I feeling the way that I'm feeling? What hope is there for the future? And the Universal Christ is here to let you know that we're all connected, and it's all part of one big shining plan of the universe itself. And that any disappointment that you go through is really just a way of leading you home, a way of reuniting you with the love that you have inside of you by moving everything that isn't yours out of the way. So I would say to you, this is a week to really connect with the Universal Christ within. Get rid of those illusions that you've been holding on to, because they're not serving you. I think that ultimately when it comes to relationship this week, particularly relationship, I think that we can convince ourselves sometimes that someone is better than they are simply because we like to see the light in other people. And I think this week is a week of revelation in the sense that the illusions that we have about a certain someone could be this person who's coming in for a love relationship. It could be another person that we've been interacting with in a love relationship. I think that there's an illusion that's about to be dissolved for you so that you can see the truth of the situation. And it's in that truth that you find the will to move forward. You find that you're actually okay with everything just as it is. And finally, ascension. Stop trying to reach the goal. Realize that you're already there. I feel like this is one of those weeks this week where there could be some feelings of that you have to try harder or be more or do more in order to get to the goal that you're trying to aim for. And I would say to you, that's not the truth this week. This week is a week of reminding yourself that you've already made it. You're already an authority on whatever it is that you're working on right now or whatever it is that you're talking about. So it could be a relationship, it could be work, whatever. But it's just a reminder that no matter what, you're already there. You've already done it. You've already made it. It's just a matter of really going through the darkness and coming back into the light. So by the end of the week, I think you're feeling a lot better and it's a lot better for you overall. So I hope this helps, guys. I hope you have a really good week ahead of you. Please do comment, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one.